Have you ever been told to just control your mind? Just think positive, push the negative thoughts away, and everything will be fine. It sounds so simple, right? Well, today we're going to talk about why that popular advice is not only wrong, but can actually make things worse. We're diving deep into the myth of controlling your mind. Let's start with a little experiment. Right now, for the next 10 seconds, I want you to try your absolute hardest not to think about a pink elephant. Don't think about its big floppy ears, its wrinkly gray pink skin, or its long trunk. Ready? Go! How did that go? I'm willing to bet a pink elephant popped right into your head, maybe even wearing a little hat. This is a classic psychological phenomenon known as ironic process theory, or more simply, the white bear problem. The more you try to suppress a thought, the more it rebounds and becomes intrusive. When you tell yourself, don't be anxious, your brain's monitoring system has to keep checking for anxiety. And what does that do? It keeps the idea of anxiety front and center, often making you feel even more anxious. It's a mental trap, and we've all been caught in it. So, if trying to control our thoughts is a losing battle, what's the alternative? Are we just supposed to let our minds run wild with negativity and worry? Not at all. The answer isn't control. It's a combination of acceptance, observation, and redirection. It's about changing your relationship with your thoughts, not trying to wrestle them into submission. Let's break down the first step, acceptance. This doesn't mean you have to like your negative thoughts or agree with them. It just means acknowledging their presence without judgment. Think of your thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. Some are dark and stormy, some are light and fluffy. You, however, are the sky. The clouds come and go, but they don't define the sky itself. When a negative thought appears, instead of fighting it, you can simply notice it. You could even say to yourself, there's that old worry about my presentation again. Or my mind is generating a thought about messing up. This simple act of naming the thought creates a little bit of distance. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. This leads us to the second step, observation without attachment. This is a core principle of mindfulness. Imagine you're sitting by the side of a river. Your thoughts are like leaves floating down the stream. You don't have to jump into the river to grab every leaf. You can just sit on the bank and watch them drift by. Some leaves might be interesting, some might be unpleasant. You just watch them. You don't get swept away by the current. When you find yourself getting hooked by a thought, and you will, that's normal. You gently guide your attention back to the riverbank. This practice builds mental muscle. Over time, you become less reactive. The thoughts still come, but they lose their power to pull you under. Now, let's talk about the third and perhaps most active step, redirection. This is not about forcing a thought away. It's about gently shifting your focus to something else. Once you've noticed and acknowledged a thought without getting attached, you can choose where to put your attention. Maybe you focus on your breath for a few moments, feeling the air move in and out of your body. Maybe you engage your senses. What are 5 things you can see right now? 4 things you can feel? 3 things you can hear? This technique, called grounding, pulls your attention out of the chaotic world of your mind and into the present moment, into the physical world. It's an anchor in the storm. Another powerful redirection tool is to focus on your values. When you're stuck in a loop of negative thinking, ask yourself, what truly matters to me right now? Is it being a supportive friend? Is it working on a project I care about? Is it taking care of my health? By shifting your focus to a valued action, you're not fighting the thought. You're simply choosing to invest your energy elsewhere. You're saying, okay, thought, you can hang around if you want, but I've got more important things to do. This is profoundly different from suppression. You're not trying to get rid of the thought. You're just not letting it run the show. Think about it like this. Your mind is like a garden. Weeds or negative thoughts are going to pop up. The control approach is like frantically trying to rip out every single weed the moment it appears, which is exhausting and often spreads more seeds. The acceptance and redirection approach is different. You acknowledge the weed is there, but instead of fixating on it, you spend your energy watering your flowers, tending to your vegetables, and enjoying the sun. Over time, as your desired plants grow stronger and healthier, they naturally take up more space, and the weeds become less significant. You're cultivating a rich mental landscape, not trying to create a sterile, weed-free one. This approach is at the heart of therapeutic modalities like acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT. It teaches psychological flexibility, the ability to be present, open up to our experiences, and do what matters. It's about creating a rich and meaningful life, even in the presence of pain and discomfort, because, let's be honest, those things are an inevitable part of being human. Trying to eliminate them entirely is a recipe for frustration. So let's recap the strategy. First, drop the rope in the tug-of-war with your thoughts. You can't win by pulling harder. Second, practice being an observer. Notice your thoughts without judgment, like watching clouds or leaves on a stream. Third, gently redirect your attention. You can ground yourself in the present moment through your senses, or you can shift your focus to actions that align with your values. This isn't a quick fix, it's a practice. It takes time and patience. There will be days when you feel like you're back at square one, totally hooked by your thoughts. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress. Every time you notice you're hooked and you gently unhook yourself, you're strengthening that mental muscle. So the next time someone tells you to just control your mind, you can smile and know better. The real power isn't in control, but in acceptance. It's not in fighting the storm, but in learning to be the calm, observant eye of the hurricane. Start small. The next time a difficult thought arises, just try noticing it. Say hello to it, and then gently bring your attention back to your breath, or to the feeling of your feet on the floor. You're not trying to make the thought go away. You're just choosing not to serve it tea. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this shift in perspective is helpful for you. If it was, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more content on building a healthier relationship with your mind. What are your strategies for dealing with difficult thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.